right, so Jesse deposits $50 every month into a savings. I'm pretty sure it's a savings account, or maybe it's a saving account. Um, Jesse deposits $50 every month into a savings account, earning 2.3% compounded monthly. How much will be in Jesse's account? Oh my gosh, look at this grammar. There's no apostrophe there. What the heck? How much will be in Jesse's account after 9 years? Okay, so we have a savings account here. So if you don't already have the formulas, the link to the QR section of the SSC's website will be in the description. We've got all the chapter 4 formulas, definitions, all this good stuff here. And we have a savings account. And so I'm thinking we're in chapter 4. See? That's my keyword, savings. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Well, cool might be a strong word, but useful information. But then we get down to the formulas. So savings plan balance when regular payments are made is this one right here. And I'm gonna just copy this and plug it into my whiteboard. I'm copying. Watch. There we go. There, see, copied. Because then I have to write it one last time, and you have to do it with my handwriting one last time. Okay, so that's our formula there. So A stands for the accumulated amount. So let's see if we can go ahead and determine what these variables are, plug them into the formula, and then plug that into the calculator. So I'm gonna write off on the side here. Let's see. PMT, that's the regular payment amount made. Jesse's depositing 50 bucks. Cool. Okay, let's see. Next in the formula is a 1, that's always a 1. Next up is R, which is the periodic interest rate, which is the APR, divided by how often it's compounded or how often deposits are made. In this case, the APR looks like 2.3%, but I need to put that as a decimal. I do that by taking 2.3 and dividing it by 100. And N is how often we compound, or how often Jesse makes deposits, and we are compounding monthly. There are 12 months in a year, so N is 12, which brings me to the next part of the formula, the N, which is 12. Whatever you divide the APR by is also going to be in your exponent. So just keep that in mind. If you divide it by 12, there's going to be a 12 in the exponent. If you divide by 4, there's going to be a 4 in the exponent. The other part of the exponent is the time, the number of years. And for Jesse, it looks like 9 years. And then the bottom of the formula here is back to that R, the periodic interest rate. So if I want to plug all this stuff in, now you have to deal with my handwriting more. We get 50 for the payment times this big old fraction. Actually, I'll do the top first. 1 plus periodic interest rates. And then n times y. I'm going to use parentheses to indicate that I'm doing multiplication. So n times y, like that. Minus a 1, close those. That's a big fraction. And then 0.023 divided by 12. This is what it looks like. I highly recommend not using a phone calculator for this. In fact, we're going to use Desmos for this one. Hold on a second while I split my screen so we can see both at the same time. Okay, so here's Desmos Scientific Calculator. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll see that I use this one a lot because I love it. So we're going to use that here. And I'm basically going to try and type in exactly what I see. I like to do it this way rather than step by step because I'm going to avoid round off errors this way. And most of these questions, if you round at the wrong spot, you're going to get a slightly wrong answer and you're going to go crazy. So we're going to avoid that by using Desmos and doing everything at once. So I have 50 times. Now I've got this giant fraction here. There is a fraction button, A over B. You can do that. And I can start typing in what I've got in my fraction. Now this fraction has brackets and parentheses. Desmos only has parentheses, but it's fine. They work the same as brackets. So instead of bracket parenthesis, I just did parenthesis parenthesis. And I'll, type what I've got inside there. 1 plus. Now you can press the fraction button again if you'd like, because we have another fraction coming up. We've got 0.023. To get to the bottom of the fraction, just click or tap in the bottom. To get out of the fraction, you can either tap to the right of it, or you can press this right arrow button over here, which is what I'm going to do. Next up is a closing parenthesis, and then we have an exponent. 12 times 9. So I'm going to press this a to the power of b button. 12 times 9. There it is. To get out of the exponent, you can press that right arrow key again, because the next part is not an exponent, but it's part of the numerator, and it's the -1. And you can see this little ghosting parenthesis here. Desmos is reminding you, hey, you still have to make sure you close off the parentheses, and we're ready to do that now. Instead of a bracket, we're going to close it off with one final parenthesis. And then we have to go to the denominator. Just click or tap down there, and we've got another fraction. The periodic interest rate, APR divided by n, so 0.023. Click or tap bottom. And I think that's everything. So it looks like the total amount in Jesse's account after 9 years, if we round it to the nearest cent, now it's safe to round. We did all of or Desmos actually did all of these calculations for us. We avoided any round off errors. This is our final answer, or at least almost our final answer. We're just going to round it to the nearest cent. And we have $5,993.19 if I'm going to round that to the nearest cent. So how much was in Jesse's account after 9 years? That much. Not bad. That's not bad, actually.